What is going on, guys? My name is Musi, and in today's video I'm going to share with you everything I know about graphic design to help you get started. Let's go. If you really want to learn graphic design, these are the fundamentals that you're going to, research and hopefully learn online. Number one, contrast. Okay? Contrast is very important because when you put two things that look similar, a human like me that's retarded cannot differentiate between which one is more important because they both look the same. But if you give contrast to things in your design, then you're going to be able to tell, okay, well, this looks more important because it's a lot bigger than this one. The human is able to recognize two different objects and see contrast between them, and if they're done well, it works really well. So contrast is the most important thing that I'm going to share with you today. Okay? Contrast works with colors, with shapes, with space, with heights, with contrast. Two different things next to each other that work well with each other. Number two, color theory. You need to learn how different colors work well with each other, right? Like blue and orange, yellow and purple, red and green, black and white, right? You could use, these are colors that go well together. But you could totally mess that up and do something like, yellow and white. This would be a horrible color combination because they're similar to each other. So if you use the white to write on the yellow, you're gonna have a hard time reading it. Actually, not as bad as if you were to do it like that. Actually, it's not that bad, but try and choose colors that are different. You see, contrast applies here too. So learn about color theory, learn how different colors work with each other, learn about how every single color has a meaning tied behind it because we're humans and we ended up saying, okay, this looks like danger, so get the hell out. Learn about colors. Also, learn about composition. That's number three. Composition. Composition, you're gonna find composition in graphic design, in photography, in cinematography, in motion design, in anything that you need to show someone something. Composition, all it is means where you're going to place the focus of that image, of that thing that you're looking at, of that design. Where's that focal point going to be? Is it going to be here or is it going to be there? Like, why am I sitting in the middle? Why can't I be here? Or why can't I be there? Or why can't I be there? That's composition. Okay, so learn about composition and how different compositions have a different effect on your overall design. Also your photography, also cinematography. Number four, learn about negative space and space, okay? Or the absence of space. Learn how, when you have a space in a design, how you could balance it out, which we're gonna talk later, and how that you could have something next to something else and it creates the illusion of something else, but it's not really there. And that is called negative space. Learn about it because it's so nice and I love it. Also, back to balance. When you're designing something, you want it to be balanced. Just like when you're looking at a human being, if half of him is like this and the other half is like this, he's gonna look retarded. So make sure that your designs are balanced, that the left side looks like the right side, or that the top side feels balanced with the bottom side, that it feels balanced. It doesn't feel like it's about to fall because it's too heavy on one side. Imagine I was sitting here all time. Imagine how annoying that would be for you to have to look and force your eye to the corner of the screen because I decided to sit right here. So learn about balance and learn how to use it. Proximity, okay? That's, I don't know, I forgot about the numbers. The number is gonna go up digitally because I'm not paying attention to the number anymore. Proximity, learn about how when two objects are close to each other, they are, when you look at something and you see two human beings walking together, you're like, this is this guy and this girl, they boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, something like that, because they're walking together. So we assume that two things that are close together are tied together, right? Also, when they're not, when they're walking as far away from each other, they're not. So learn about proximity and how you could use it in your design. Also, you have to learn about hierarchy, right? Deciding which part of your design is going to be more important than the other, right? Learn how to organize your content within your design so that it makes sense. You read one thing that leads you to somewhere else, that leads you to somewhere else, and they visually make sense, right? In sizes too, even in colors, even in composition, it's all related. Also, learn about repetition and how, you could repeat things to, number one, make it like a pattern. So that could be a stylistic choice, or it could be a design element. Maybe you're making a blog and you have to design how blog posts look. Boom, look at that, repetition. Maybe you have a gallery, also boom, look at that, repetition. Repetition is easy, and you could use it when you're making a group of things, like a gallery or a way to display a group of things. So learn about repetition and how you could repeat things when you're designing. Also learn about movement. Movement in design is usually referred to it like when everything in a design is kind of slanted towards one direction, or it feels like it's about to move. Maybe there's a photo of someone jumping in a direction, and the text is leaning in that same direction. Hopefully it's the same direction, and it just feels like it's forward moving, So learn about movement and learn about how you could portray movement using design elements. And finally, did we mention shapes? Because you kind of had to learn about shapes, how different shapes have different looks. Listen, if you have questions, you can always ask in the description, in the comments. To summarize it, graphic design is creating visuals for human beings to either give them directions, to show them stuff, or to communicate with them, or to advertise to them, or simply to just take out an image from one human being's head into the world. Very similar to a photographer's job, except that the photographer takes a picture with a camera, which results in him having a piece. On the other hand, you as a designer get to create a piece from nothing using tools like Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator and Sketch and so many other softwares to create shapes, color them, add text, incorporate images, and all of that results into visual communication. And when done well, you can communicate with people with clarity. And when you can do it well, the impact that you can have on them is beyond communication. I hope that was a quick intro about what graphic design is. And if you wanted to learn what graphic design is, kind of gives you an indication on the direction you need to start, so you could start learning graphic design. I hope you liked this video. It was quick. It's supposed to be quick because I want to try and be consistent. So I need to be able to do stuff almost every single day because I'm too OCD and ADD, and if I don't do it at least once every 2 days, I don't get to do it at all. I forget about it, and I don't want to forget about it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I will see you next time. Peace.